had a few, recently had a few people wanting to know my update, 6 months off psychotropic drugs. So today I just thought I would just give you a little update of how I'm going. 6 months off. As you can see, I'm at the beach. I pushed myself today, to go for a drive, get some fresh air, do a bit of earthing. So it's really beautiful. So, just trying to make the most of it as much as I can. So currently for myself, I'm 6 months post coming off psychiatric drugs, 40 milligrams of Cessation for 9 years and 75 milligrams of Induced for 7 years, including the taper. So it's been a very long journey. For 5.5 years it's taken me just to come off these drugs, and it's been a absolutely torturous nightmare that I wouldn't put my worst enemy through. So, unfortunately, on this journey of coming off psychotropic drugs, we sort of have three classes of people. We have one class who goes on psych drugs, and maybe they're not on very long, or they just get incredibly lucky and they're able to come off somehow, and life carries on. Some people are on psychotropic drugs for a long period of time, a therapeutic dose, and they'll come off and they'll experience severe withdrawal, and that may go on for 6-7 months, a year, and then it dissipates and it goes away. And unfortunately, on the other side of the coin, we have people that experience the withdrawal aspect, the protracted withdrawal, but also have the neurological injury aspect as well, from being on the drug for such a long period of time, coming off too fast, going back on, killing the nervous system and whatnot. And unfortunately, I fall into that. I fall into that bracket of having severe protracted withdrawal, and also having the chemical brain injury, the neurological injury that comes along on it as well. So, if someone told me I could only have a year, 6 months, 7 months to a year of protracted withdrawal, I would take that straight away. That would be like Thanksgiving for me. That would be like a Christmas present for me. But unfortunately, for me and my story, that's not the way it is. So I just have to accept my reality now and go along the best I can. So currently at 6 months, the main symptoms I'm experiencing are all pretty much neurological. So I'm not sure what, at the moment I don't know what is sort of protracted withdrawal still, because all I feel is an injury, is a neurological injury. I've suffered protracted withdrawal before, back in 2017, my first attempt coming off these drugs, and it nearly killed me, put me into hospital. So what I'm experiencing now is just more collateral damage from over 16 years on these heavy duty, powerful drugs. So main things are cognitive impairment. I'm having trouble concentrating, focusing on one thing at a time. I'm experiencing a lot of hallucinations still every day. Even today I've had a few just before taking the drive out to the beach. It's more to do with neuroadaptation. The brain's build of neurotransmitters, And when these neurotransmitters are damaged or electrically sort of affected, it's like a bad electrician who does a bad job, lighting up your lighting, for your house or the fireworks. There's, all those neurotransmitters are all going off and sparking off, and yeah, nothing's in sync. It's just a mess. It's just a lot of impairment, neurologically, brain-wise. Some of the main things as well I'm experiencing after 6 months would be the anhedonia. I don't feel any connection to anything. I don't feel any real emotion, good or bad, at the moment. What else? Let me think. Tinnitus. I'm still experiencing bad tinnitus. I'm experiencing a lot of nerve pain in my brain, still in my ears. A lot of burning in my ears. I'm still getting a lot of electrical impulses going throughout my body. Especially in my sternum area, throughout this area, cervix. I've had it for a very long time now, and it's disturbing. And there's a lot of other symptoms I could go on about. Chronic fatigue. I can't train anymore. I can't train at any high intensities because it affects my central nervous system, and my symptoms become 1,000 times worse. And a lot of looping thoughts. I find it very hard to sit in my mind because my mind is always, because of the neurotransmitter damage, the neurological injury. My thoughts are a million miles an hour all the time. So I have to listen to music. I have to push myself to come out to look at this beautiful magic out here. I have to push myself to come out to these places and just breathe in the air, soak it up, man, and just do the best I can. So I could sit here all day and go on about all the symptoms I have, all the living shit out of you, but I'm not going to. So those are the main sort of symptoms I have at the moment, at the top of the pile. A few of the positive symptoms that I am noticing 6 months off these drugs is the electrical shocks that I was experiencing through the brain are slowly going. The intensities are decreasing a lot, which is nice. It's not nice, but it's a bonus. My levels of akathisia have diminished a lot since I last took my dose last November. So that's something that I'm incredibly thankful for, because akathisia is an absolute beast of a condition, and I like to think of myself as very resilient and having a very high pain tolerance. But I experienced akathisia at a mild to moderate level, which had me very close to taking my life many times over a very long time. But I kept on pushing through because I knew one day it was going to get better. It was going to go, and especially when you're experiencing this condition for years on end, it's a nightmare, and you've got to be a fucking warrior. You've got to be brave. You've got to be strong to get through this. And my heart goes out to all you guys that are still experiencing akathisia, especially if you've had it for years. You guys are warriors, and it will get better. It will improve, but you just got to hang in there and fight the good fight, because things do improve. Because as soon as you're off those drugs, off those psychotropic drugs, and your body's in healing, it's still going to be tough, but eventually things are going to heal, and you will improve. So probably one last thing today in terms of the positive note is I'm starting to feel a little bit of emotion again. I cry a lot. I cry every day. It's very low level emotion, but very slowly that light is seeping through those closed windows those closed doors and sleeping through very slowly, and it's something I'm positive about. And yeah, so yeah guys, all I really wanted to say is I'm 6 months off, and I've got a long way to go to heal, and I may never heal fully from this injury again for the rest of my life. I've accepted that. I know what I've experienced has been severe, but what I do know in my heart of hearts is that I'm improving. You know, I'm sharper in my speech. I'm talking faster compared to what I was 3 months ago when I did a video and I could barely keep my fucking eyes open. So, you know, a bit of my old, you know, cheekiness is coming back. So, you know, the tide is slowly turning for me. And anyone out there that's been hurt by these drugs or is experiencing protracted withdrawal that's gone on for years, or you're experiencing neurological damage, just believe in yourself. You know, this is the toughest fight you're ever going to have in your life, and at the end of the day you're going to have people that can support you, but no one's going to get you through this other than yourself and your self-belief to be strong and to push yourself through the fire. Because the reason I'm still sitting here talking to you is because I had that self-belief, and I knew that one day I could heal and get better. So, you know, any bit of positivity you get in this process, any little window you get, grab it and put it, you know, on your heart and hold it there, because, you know, that's healing, and it may be very slow, but you've got to hold on to those little wins, because this is a long journey, and you know, your little victories are big victories when you're recovering from psychotropic drug damage, benzodiazepine, antidepressant, or what have you. So just hang in there guys, and I'd like to do another video. I want to update every 6 months on my recovery journey, but yeah, I like to do videos in between as well. So, you know, ultimately I want to build this channel up and make it as big as I can, because here in New Zealand and Australia, our mental health care system is hopeless. You know, the way these drugs are hurting people is an epidemic, and someone needs to talk up about it. So I'll stand up for you guys. So, you know, I love you guys very much, and I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Cheers.